Hello everyone, Jet here, and welcome back to our Rogue Trader playthrough where, if you remember last time, we were doing a bit of exploring before we headed off to our capital planet. I have forged the warp route already to do that. I did check this system, guys. There was a little bit of a fight and there's an interesting, there's a webway gate there, but nothing huge there of massive interest, so we're not going to bother with that. But before we do anything, and I have been down to Footfall just to sell some things and get some reputation, and just dragged myself back here. Before we do anything, I do have some colonial matters to deal with, so let's jump into this. So we have completed Touched by Holiness. Oh, I had to speak to somebody last time. Okay, that confuses me. Ah, there we go. On Kiva Gamma. The High Factorum. Lord Captain, the tech priests have made a sinister discovery on Kiva Gamma. A blasphemous machine built at the behest of the wicked Cubus Delphim. The mechanism is capable of picking up the whispers of the warp. It seems to occasionally transmit discordant Binharic melody into nowhere, but no encrypted data or other threats have been detected. It seems to be a functional side effect of sorts. Of course, the idea of using the machine instead of astropaths to contact the voices of the warp may seem tempting, but this machine is teeming with corruption. Its fuel tanks are sated with the liquefied souls of your subjects. It has enough for now, but someday it will have to be refilled. Destroy it. Your command shall be replayed to the manufacturer attendants. The device has been mercilessly but carefully destroyed. During its death throes, the device emitted noises causing the other machines to lose control and break up. Oh. Nice. Gives us buffs. Gave us, it's not that good. And we can start on something else. We could get mag trains. Let's see what they do. That ups my profit factor and gives me extra mechanisms, which I do believe is one of the things I'm lower on. Oh, that gives me extra people. And, commission. Compensation for the silent. Does use a lot of stuff, so... That's nice. I'm tempted. I'm going to do mag trains first, but I do want to do that because the people will come useful very later on. But first of all, let's do that. And we are reducing our phlogiston. Let's have a look what we can do on Janus now. A cure for sloth. Use up chemicals, but gives us extra efficiency on all of my colonies. Or dark sages. It gives me more chemicals. Uses Xenotech, Plasteel, and things, but it does block Capella Biologus. I mean, that gives me that, which is really quite nice. Let's do a cure for sloth first, however. And then let's have a look what we can do on Foulstone. Again, Maglev Railways. There we go. Uses a load of stuff, but gives us extra efficiency, extra things. Oh, that's blocked by Good Tidings. Yeah. There we go. So I need more phlogiston. I don't believe I've seen any out in the world. So anyway, without further ado, it is time to go and reclaim our capital. Well, go and visit our capital, which is probably completely fine, right? Right? Oh, an important colonial event. I'm required there. Right, but that means I can do something else I was going to do, which is form... Oh, let's chart new routes first. Oh, I think I forgot to chart routes from here. And we were going to chart a route down here anyway. Because now I can get around much quicker. You know, our domain, I can get around really nicely. So anyway, we need to head to Foulstone for the whatever's happening. That's a lot of plasteel. Yeah, I'm already extracting it. Events, new outpost. Ooh. Oh, and we've completed the maglev. The plan to refer is to found a new settlement that would expand their influence on the planet. Approved plan, support with resources. Support with construction resources to inspire the people. Inspire the people. As a collective initiative for commoners will help organise the construction efforts, moulding a great future for the colony. There we go. So nothing else I can do there just now. The only thing with that is it blocks that. And I don't have a phlogiston. I've got enough Xenotech, so but that will use up some of it. I don't really care about that. I mean, actually, I say that. That is nice. I'll have a think on that one. Okay, back to the capital. We'll eventually get there, guys. Oh, this is really weird at the moment, guys. Argenta does not have a bolter. And I'm dropping Idara from my party because she has, I hadn't realised, she has a 5% chance of just creating a random warp event, which sucks. Lord Captain, Master Helmsman on the line. I can report that the quest of the capital world of the Von Valencius dynasty is finally at an end. Dargonus is straight ahead. We have received countless greetings. Your subjects would like to know when their mistress will be arriving. The merchant captains taking refuge in the orbital docks of Dargonus race to send you priceless welcoming gifts, hoping to buy your favour and make an impression on the rogue trader. Tell them I am coming home. It will be done, Lord Captain. Lord Captain, I will be pleased to accompany during your visit to Dargonus, so I can personally introduce Achilles Calendar, a servant of Golden Throne, who previously attended Lady Forador on Dargonus. I'm counting on your benevolence. Okay, so I guess I'm going to have to take him. Hey! I was saying I was a bit low on phlogiston, wasn't I? And there's an Adeptus Mechanicus ship in orbit. Interesting. Let's go have a chat with them. A transport shuttle bearing marks of mechanics approach ship. Okay, they're sending a delegation. Many of my tech comrades neglect diplomacy when interacting with the laity. It is regrettable. Receive delegation. It will be done, Lord. It will be done, Lord. I can't do a voice for this person. Requesting permission to be present at the audience. Okay, we are taking Cassia instead. I am meant to strip all the gear off of Idara, so I could potentially chuck some of it on Cassia. I don't believe this was in the alpha. No, the group is not monolithic. Some of the members are more heavily armed. Okay. Opticon 22, when we encountered him with footfall. We literally spoke to him 5 minutes ago. Taurus, an enormous tech priest, points his hand to Pascal and lets out a booming roar, not unlike a factorum alarm. It makes your very bones vibrate. Thou shalt not suffer a heretic in thy forge, for rust begets rust. Pascal Hahnemann. In the name of the Adeptus Mechanicus, you are under arrest. Diplomacy mode engage. Announcement: the Mechanicus offer their apologies. Would like to inform you the necessity of conducting an operation to detain, arrest, Terminator, a faulty unit in the rogue trader's territory. Let's try to study him. You identify the rare armor the enormous tech priest is wearing as a secutor's plated, mechanized suit. It carries the imprints of many battles and the markings that announce its status as a relic. Some of the armor's damage looks fairly severe, pointing to the point of endangering its operation. The silver flesh revealed under the steel are marked with terrible chemical burns. Okay. A tall tech priest who spoke looks at you, more peaceful, and makes a point of not drawing its weapons. What charge are you trying to arrest him? This heretic is accused of stealing personal identification codes, spreading tech heresy on the world of Kiva Gamma, and making an attempt on the life of a servant of the Omnissiah. This faulty unit will be removed. In the name of the Omnissiah, I condemn you. You are malfunctioning. Tech comrade, I deem your logical conclusions questionable. Statement is false. Tech brother Tarsus Hahnemann is willingly undergoing holy torment deterioration, which, however, does not critically affect his cognitive capacity for data analysis. Unit calling itself Pascal, we have information that implicates you, having learned that you are a member of the retinue, a maintenance specialist in the service of the rogue trader Von Valentius. We have come here with the goal of meeting you, intercepting you, engaging you in combat. And how do you suppose Pascal was involved in the events of Kiva Gamma? Our data suggests the unit that used the Magos Explorator Hahnemann's identification code performed an unauthorized upgrade on the planetary Vox array and introduced data deemed to be scab code into the operation. What do you have to say about this, Pascal? I deny these charges. I never plotted against my tech comrade. My cognitive purity valves were never distorted. My unique identification code was never stolen. I am the true Magos Explorator Hahnemann. I am not guilty. I suspect he's not, but he may not know it. Tarsus. False witness. Does this fellow have to roar? Negative. Upon completion of his sanctification procedure, Tech Brother Tarsus vowed modified his engrammic augment algorithms in order to never to desecrate, sully, tarnish his mouth vox cognitive process with flesh speak. Mine is a pure ambinharnoric tongue that preserves only what is true. Do you have proof that he is who he claims to be? Confirmed, according to the archive entry E1. Magos Explorator Tarzus Hanneman served on, maintained the ship, classified in capacity as a reliquary caretaker. He sustained extensive damage both to the organic and sacred part of his body, a series of sacrilegious breaches in the right of operation, and assassination attempt. Owing to the statistically fortunate coincidence, by the Omnissiah's grace, enough of his operational capacity was preserved for him to don a Goliath model sacred battle harness. Yeah. For vengeance, I first, as I tread the path of vengeance, following a blasphemous miscreant's bloody tracks. Analysis of security system showed that the assassin heretics infiltrated the reliquary using Tuck Brother Tarzus' unique identification code. Someone had stolen, duplicated Brother Tarzus' identification, which is a grade 3 transgression, and the unit making the alleged criminal claim of being Pascal Hahnemann is known to have previously entered the stolen code. I'm not handing Pascal over until I see evidence. Let's get to the bottom of this whatever. Request approved. Ready to work in cooperation mode. Tarzus gives you a haughty look and lets out a howl of wrath. Archiving tech. Brother Tarzus opposes lay participation in the investigation. Search for truth. Unit Opticom 22 advises in favor of the House von Valencius. I have been there, I can assure you he has nothing to do with it. Request for cooperation reviewed and accepted. I request Tech Brother Tarzus consent to the co-participation of the representatives of the House of von Valencius dynasty. A sacrilegious conspiracy. I refuse to help from laypersons. I am a cog of the Deus Mechanicus that grinds down corruption. I will carry out the sentence immediately. Pascal freezes, but green sparks light up in his visor. He extends a hand towards Tarzus and replies in a clanging voice. Let the cycle be discontinued. You realize Pascal's words were coming from both his own vox and Tarzus's. Every sensor on the executioner's battle harness lights up at once, blindingly. The wounded armor of the Leviathan lets out a deafening roar of pain. Okay. Attention. Priority notification. Service units of the Kappa thread supply line are unauthorized to confront the rogue trader. Command retreat and reinitiate negotiations. I will wreak punishment on you. Okay. What did Pascal do to him? Oh, he is. We are being attacked. But Pascal did something to him as well. Alright, there we go. Cassia goes first. Good. Hello, look at me. That'll do very nicely. Make them all attack each other a bit. See, I'm basically going to be using Cassia for the time being. Cassia or Henrix instead most of the time.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. If I may.
Providing buffs to Jet. But let's set the front line here. Yeah, this is definitely something new. I never had this before, so it certainly makes it interesting. Oh yeah, fun time. So, using a few buffs to get faster fire, make it free, and let's pew pew. Oh yeah, and obviously we've got using a las gun now. I'd completely forgotten we'd changed to that. And back.
Martyrdom is a reward.
Swift and silent.
Let's try and take the servitor out.
If I must.
Ah, annoying.
I am not your Xenos pet.
Right. Let's get a few hunt down preys out. Come on, crit, 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 crit. Boo. I'm quite tempted to try out the Assault Las on Jet, actually, just to see how it does. Buff up everybody's weapons. We go. I know this doesn't necessarily... Oh yeah, we can do that now. Oh no.
Request approved.
Blood
Indeed.
charge! Huh.
We'll rule
I
the
thought
stars
he was going to
themselves.
last until the next turn, but it looks like he may not. Get the sharpshooter!
Victory is imminent.
I am a navigator.
I can say that felt like weird that it wasn't gonna do much.
Do not dare ask.
Oh, nice. Oh, that hangs around.
I'm afraid not.
I hadn't realised that was going to hang around as well. Yeah, I'm probably not the best person of how I've statted my guys up. I'm
The
first to
enemies of
admit
the
I'm
Emperor
definitely
will
not the
be
best at
undone.
working out how to do it.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
I like her new lasgun.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave.
I'm going to be honest, I think I'm going to try this one out on my boss lady.
I will not.
This tedium is beneath me.
Okay. Oh, the ones who hid. Requesting cessation of hostilities. What have you done to Tarsus? Unable to fulfill request, the Omnissiah granted me an epiphany, and I muted the maimed machine spirit that was filling Tarsus's mind with fury. I do not fully understand the manner of my appeal to it. The situation perfectly mirrors the incident on record Minoris, where I appealed to the machine spirit of the malfunctioning mechanism, and it laid to rest. Help your brother. The unit that called itself Tarsus Honeman is dead, has been disabled. The material assets is beyond restoration or reuse as spare parts. Despite his misconceptions, he was a servant of the Omnissiah. I'm sorry I had to kill your comrade. I also regret have negative assessment of this event. The Adeptus Mechanicus still accuse the unit identifying itself as Pascal of criminal theft of the unique identifier code. Unlike Tech Brother Tarsus, I am not authorized to immediately execute the unit, but neither am I authorized to drop the inquiry. There are no apostates among us. Tech Brother Tarsus and the machine spirit that lived in his battle harness succumbed to the suffering that beset them. Their judgment was rash and erroneous, and now their torment is over. I declare them martyrs. I am requesting the Tarsus Hominum's neural augmetic for the purposes of preserving his blessed memory. He's requisitioning it. The astonished tech priests look on as Pascal leans over the slain body, extracts the augment, fills the skull. Whatever you're doing, keep doing. Just be respectful. You're ripping out his brain. You saw the tech brother You saw the agony tech brother Tarsus was in. His unbridled pain spurred faith, intimidated you, yet you were silent. Reverence stopped you from raising your voices to proclaim that the machine spirit with which his mind had merged was morbidly afflicted. The imperative of reverence had paralyzed your will, and you watched a tragedy unfold in silence. The sixth universal law states that comprehension is the true path to knowledge. Yet the procedural cycle has robbed you of your comprehension. Therefore, let the cycle be discontinued. Let the cycle be discontinued. Let the cycle be discontinued. Tech comrades, you may remain aboard my ship. Request denied. The Kappa Thread supply line delegation is leaving DARGONUS. Okay. There's something about Pascal which is different. Please tell me I at least get to loot something. Black screen.
Let us not dawdle.
Oh, I could do some better armor for... Yeah, but that's fine for now.
Is there money to be made?
Okay. So I guess it's down to the planet, guys? How many Hunnemans have we met now? Okay, let's actually go to the planet. I've got a different thing in the Administratum, but we'll do that another time. He wants to come with me, doesn't he? Let's drop Rit out for now. Down to my palace. As my people celebrate. Glory to the rogue trader. There we go, our glorious return. Emperor protects. Welcome home, your ladyship. I am Clementia Werzeran, Court Chancellor of the Von Valentius dynasty. On behalf of all of Dargonus, please accept my deepest condolences on the untimely passing of Theodora. Her departure is a terrible blow to us all, but as one star expires, another always flares to life. And although still overcome with bitterness and grief, your subjects hope that you will become the Trade Dynasty's guiding light in these trying times. Clementia? Achilles Scalander, Secretary at the Administratum Department. I hope your journey to Dargonus was not darkened by unwanted troubles. It was, uneventful, thank you. Glad to hear it, your ladyship. Does your ladyship wish to survey the grounds? Or perhaps you could state your curiosity, or perhaps we could state your curiosity by answering any questions you might have. Governor Urbend Drivestream has been notified of your arrival on Dargonus, and will visit the palace shortly. The preparations for your official visit are at hand, but your ladyship still has plenty of time before the meeting. And Clementia? What did you say your last name was? You heard correctly, your ladyship. I am of House Werzeran, Lord Abelard's granddaughter and direct descendant. The succession of service is an effective good. It grants new generations understanding of their function within the mechanism. Chancellor Werzeran has held her position at the Von Valentius court for many years. She earned Lord Captain Theodora's respect for acts of great preservance. There's no room for doubt. Blood had nothing to do with it. Easy, Abelard. I was simply asking. Abelard huffs with feigned indifference. I rest before meeting. Where are my chambers? They are very close. Just down the hall. This is also where the study and the audience chamber are. Lady Theodora's study has remained locked since her last departure, but on account of your arrival, we've arranged for it to be tidied up. It is ready whenever you need it. You are dismissed. I apologise for my bluntness, but I have a request to make. Perhaps, before the meeting takes place, the illustrious Lord Captain could spare a few minutes of conversation with me? Achilles bows his head. I am certain that you will find my report on the state of affairs in the Von Valencia's Protectorate most useful. So he is the inquisitorial agent. Ooh, we've leveled up. I guess I'm upping perception. Agility does help my dodge, so my perception is fairly good. I'm not generally struggling with keeping my character up, so... It will not die for more HP. But again, I'm not really having issues. Drukhari weapon proficiency. There we go, because we have some lovely Drukhari weapons. I mean, yeah, that's straight up better. Range, max ammo 4, additional hit chance 25%, so actually that's good. Armor penetration is a bit lower. Inflicts fatigue and slow on the target. Oh, okay, that is very nice. Oh, and we have the Drukhari sword. Yes, please. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. That's quite chunk upgrade for me. Get dual weapon and equip a pistol. The thing is, I'm not really... I should probably get somebody else that sword. But, I mean, it's worth having something decent when I have to have a fight. I'm not quite as rounded as I was before. To my chambers. Welcome, your ladyship. Let me inform you of the location of your chambers. Okay, I am already aware of this. Let's just save before I go in here, because nothing untoward will happen to me in my own quarters, right? Oh, maybe it won't. You'd think I'd be able to open my own safe. Oh, multi-melter. Yes, 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 yes. Maybe it's later that he has a chat to me. Oh, hello. Well, this very certainly wasn't in the alpha. I mean, lots of stuff I can trade away as well. whenever the wearer hits an ally with an area effect attack. Just having a look around, look at all the things. Ah. The secret room is remarkably quiet and almost homely. Choose a book. One shot, one kill. Oh. In the name of... What? Okay. So did I inadvertently set off a trap? Let's try that again. Rhythm of a machine. Yeah, again. What the? So there's clearly something there I'm not... Yeah, there's something I'm not getting there. I might have to look it up. What's that? Bottle of wine. Made from... Okay, let's try the wine then. And again, I'm poisoned. So I should really... one more try, then I'm just going somewhere else. It is reducing things. As you pick up the book, a hidden button on the spine clicks under your finger. Ah, we got that one right. Flame of Purity. An ode to the Holy Inquisition. Ah, nearly. Nearly. Please let it remember. I changed the music, and we've only got one left. The room responds. Reveals a nook itself in a nearby wall. Oh, we have some more contracts. Gonna leave them for now. I can't see if a nook it revealed, but we got access to the data bank basically. That's the key thing. Yeah, I can't see any nook that opened, guys. Is that it? I don't know. My bad. And my lovely balcony overlooking my palatial grounds. There we go. Not bad. Ah, there. Well, that's what we unlocked. Glory to the Rogue Trader! Achilles. Continue. Achilles. It has been many moons. I hope your cousin is feeling well. She's in good health. She sends her regards to you. As well as wishes your return. I don't know why the screen is vibrating. For as long as the stars shine in the sky, my vigil continues. So it does. I'm not so foolish to notice this conversation is in code. Your insight deserves credit, Rogue Trader. Then again, I expect nothing less from Theodora von Valentius' successor. Allow me to introduce Achilles Scalander properly. In addition to his duties as secretary for the Administratum, he acts as an agent of the Golden Throne under my aegis. Master Scalander was transferred into my remit by a colleague who is engaged in other matters in the Koronus Expanse. I am sure you will find Achilles' service useful, especially when dealing with the schemes of humanity's foes within the borders of your protectorate. Greetings, Lady Jet von Valentius. Allow me once again to express my deepest condolences for the loss of Lady Theodora. I will do everything I can to track down and destroy Conrad Vortviger's accomplices on the capital world. Do you know anything about what became of him? Word of his treason reached DARGONUS too late. Conrad came to the planet and left almost immediately, once he had sown discord in the minds of the gullible and naive. The worst of the rumours stated that that you are the one responsible for Lady Theodora's sudden demise. Of course, your loyal subjects did their best to skin alive any who showed signs of doubt, but it seems unlikely that the Wardens got to everybody. State of affairs. I have already forwarded the official report to your Seneschal. As for the conversation we're having right now, I wouldn't trust any paper or data slate with its contents. You see, Lady Theodora, may the Emperor have mercy on her soul, was perfectly aware of Dargonus's political environment. You, however, have only just arrived on the capital world, and I thought it would be best to bring you up to speed. Frankly, the nobles of Dargonus, much like nobles on most worlds, are akin to spiders in a jar, ready to pounce on whoever is weakest, or whom they deem weakest. The nobles of Dargonus are, well, yeah, I don't care about all this. I mean, I'll show it. The drive streams, they're an ancient house of governor of Dargonus. Predictably, the greater the wealth of the Von Valentius protectorate, the fuller their coffers grow. The reputation is flawless, except for one detail. We have evidence of urban drive streams rivals seem to have the misfortune of regularly falling victims to Xeno raids. I find these attacks a little too advantageous. We lack solid proof, and it might never surface. The closer an official is to the Rogue Trader, the braver and safer they feel. I would just like to remind everyone that rubbing shoulders with Xenos is heresy, and can be overlooked only in the case of the Von Valentius heir, not by a surface. The Caprax. The Caprax hail from a remote forge world, and among their distant relatives are many servants of the Omnissiah, and the house itself is close to the cult Adeptus Mechanicus, both in spirit and in their business connections. The Gaprax oversaw the industrial shipments within your protectorate, until recently. Ever since the astropathic communication with Kiva Gamma was severed, they've been quite concerned about the security of the planet. Sorabak? Yeah, it's been dealt with. These are grim tidings. A tragedy for the industrial world with such a tremendous capacity was brought down. Religious and hardworking, the Sorabaks own many enterprises, including the distillation and manufacturums of promethium that produce promethium. I must note that lately members of the family seem to be prone to overly liberal statements about the von Valentius dynasty. They believe that Lady Theodora is a bit too keen to leave her worlds without proper oversight. And the Wurzarans. The Wurzarans are land founded by Lady Theodora's seneschal, and as such are nominally considered nobility, at least from a standpoint of the Imperial Navy, from which Lord Abelard hails. On Darkness, however, their position is precarious. Firstly, they were never granted an official title. A process has been impeded for decades by the old houses of Dargonus, and secondly, the other families do not see them as equals, more upstarts clinging to a rogue trader's favour. The Wurzarans are responsible for the Capital World's fleet and the majority of the cargo shipments. Where was your ladyship? There's a time, and at this time, it concerns the main reasons for my presence on this planet, Xenos and the threat they pose. The last few months have been difficult for the people who report to me. My eyes and ears scattered throughout the Koronus Expanse. Warp disturbances, astropaths overcome with madness, ships disappearing in the Imperium. Many of my observers and contacts have gone dark or have been killed by some calamity or other. Still, I managed to establish communication with some key individuals who were able to warn me about incoming threats and Xeno raids. It is within my power to supply you with intelligence on where the Xenos will strike next. I do not doubt that Governor Drivestream will beg you for protection against the Xenos, and in this fight, information from your contracts will serve you well. I will take my leave. I am ready to receive Governor, yes. Your ladyship, the Governor is waiting. The sharp gaze, the and it's straight back with composure. For a moment you will feel like you are looking at a younger version of Abelard himself, not just his age. His aide. I am ready to see the Governor. Jet von Valentius, 20th in her line, rogue trader, keeper of the sacred warrant, ruler of the Koronus Expanse from the Cranch system to the 100 Dreams crossroads. I bid you welcome. Urbend Drivestream, governor of this world. First and foremost, please accept my deepest condolences. It will be difficult. It will be difficult to recover from the loss of such a woman as great as Theodora von Valentius. It pains me to think that she is no longer with us. The citizens of Dargonus and the entire Protectorate grieve alongside you. Please allow us to declare a half year of mourning. There is no need. I am the new leader. Let my subjects rejoice in my arrival instead. Your ladyship, these are centuries-old traditions, sacred customs and rules. Do not forget who you serve, Urbend Drivestream. If Rogue Traders wishes to not have a mourning ceremony, great son. I think I pissed him off. Perhaps the parvenu installed by Lady Theodora cares not for the sacred traditions. But Jet von Valentius is a descendant of the true children of darkness. Later, when things in the Protector have settled down, we will declare more mourning period. As you wish, your ladyship. Esteemed Jet, Lady Theodora was a strong leader, and we ought to follow her example. Let us lean on our wisdom and preserve in spite of this tragedy. Together, and let us carry on where she no longer can by leading the Von Valencia's protectorate to even greater prosperity. There is something in Drive Seems Grace that you find troubling. Is it a hint of reproach, mockery, condemnation? You are uncertain whether this is indeed true or merely your guilty conscience playing tricks on you. Alas, it would be an easy task. It won't be an easy task to accomplish. Some time ago, the astropaths of darkness flew into a rage, and they had to be subdued. We are gradually restoring our ability to speak with neighbouring worlds, but the contacts are still weak, and the roots are tangled and no longer lead to the systems that the captains expect them to. Given that the vast majority of the ships in the Darkness Navy travel without relying on the service of navigators, without your engagement and well-being, the Von Valencia's dynasty and billions of its subjects are presently at risk. What do they expect from me? We are all troubled by the fate of the agri-world Janus that supplied Dargonus. And other plants and foodstuffs. Empty stomachs can drive even the mildest rabble to revolt. Furthermore, House Gaprak is perturbed by the loss of the communications with Kiva Gamma. Which is in their charge. But if you wish to know my opinion, the world that deserves most attention is Verbus 5. Such intriguing you have concerns that. Doesn't happen to be yours? Your ladyship, I beg of you, do not interpret my words as an attempt to influence your decisions in any way. You see, Verbus 6, the manufactorums on your without Verbus 6, the manufacturers on your worlds will have need to make haste to find new suppliers elsewhere and arrange for new shipments in these troubling times. They run the risk of delays and other most tragic mishaps. I've already dealt with Kiva Gamma. Such woeful news, your ladyship. House Gaprak is on. I assume that House Gaprak is in for an official investigation. May I remind you that they have particularly close ties to the Adeptus Mechanicus, trying to blame them for it. I doubt that they had anything to do with it. I am glad on your views on the matter. I'll use a line. But what of the industrial world? Are we to expect trade to recommence? Yep. House Gaprak will be overjoyed. I've already visited the agri-world. Governor Janus found herself facing a number of problems. Truly, the Viat line is one of the oldest of Von Valencia's protectorate. An inheritor of such a well-respected blood could not handle whatever had befallen the situation. It must have been extraordinary. Yeah. Viat line is broken? Such horrible news. Oh, it will shake many who were connected to Viat and are used to the immunity that comes with our class. Yeah, that does it for plants. What else? Xenos, your ladyship. I don't rightly know where to begin. Otherworldly beasts are not an uncommon sight in the Koronus Expanse. They have been a menace to the worlds this side of the Moor for decades. But now those abominations are on the rampage, and show no signs of fear as they attack ships, either damaging them to the point where they become unfit for transport duty, or outright gutting them. Only you have the power to stop this madness. We are in the process of restoring the astropathic choir of Dargonus. Luckily, we were forced to slay only some of the deranged psychers, although those who remain are as yet unable to transmit messages. I hope Master Scalander will keep his word and offer his support in the war against the Xenos. According to his report, the region of Verbal 6 has been a particular concern in the last cycles, which is more of a reason to discover the colony's fate as soon as possible. Okay, Blades in the Void. There we go, new quest. Now to issues on a smaller scale. There is a certain degree in the capital due to the unorthodox succession to the Sacred Warrant. Chances of uprisings are minimal, of course, and the spreading of rumours is nothing but a sign of weakness in the mind and spirit. Nonetheless, I have prepared a list of minor houses that have demonstrated unseemingly discomposure to your succession. Yeah, send them. I do not care about the yapping of hyenas. A noble decision. Let us hope the others do not mistake your magnanimity for weakness. And one last thing, your ladyship. Your inauguration as bearer of the Sacred Warrant is but a matter of time, and I would like to inquire about one crucial detail. I imagine you are intending to uphold the centuries-old tradition bolstering by an equally long-lasting friendship of being represented on Darkness by one of the noble houses. I presume that, as before, this duty is accorded to Half's drive stream? No. I will bestow the honour on the Wurzerans. Lord Captain, to accompany you at such a critical hour is the greatest honour for the Wurzeran bloodline. Have no fear, we will not fail you. Forgive my boldness, but I must remind you that the Wurzerans, whose lineage traces back to a navy officer, are not of Darkness nobility. Such decision may have adverse effects on your subjects' loyalty, your ladyship. I shall immediately relay your commands. Oh. I will take my leave. Huzzah! There we go. So we've got Blades in the Voids left, and we do have to chat to a few people as well. We need to chat to Henrix. We need to go somewhere here for that. But this actually feels like a good place to end this session, guys. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed watching me finally bring our main planets back into order anyway. And as always, an extra special thank you as well. Please like and subscribe, obviously. And an extra special thank you to my channel members and Patreons. That is Monsters Abound, Philipeth, Nose, Andrew T, Prataru, Brandon, Space Ace 475, Coding Monster, Jason Air, Egg, Scrin, Newbie1 Kenobi, Jared Horn, and Good Sir Twisted. And thank you all for watching. Cheers all.